In this video we'll go over 10 common foods that are secretly high in sugar. Without further ado, let's get into today's topic. Sugar is a form of the carbohydrate known as glucose, which supplies the body with energy. The consumption of an excessive amount of sugar, on the other hand, has been linked to a variety of health issues, including obesity, type 2 diabetes, and cardiovascular diseases. Although it is common knowledge that certain foods have a high sugar content, many people are unaware of the existence of other foods that also have a high sugar content. In this video, we will discuss 10 common foods that, despite their appearances, contain a surprising amount of sugar. Yogurt. Because yogurt contains live active cultures, it is frequently considered to be a nutritious food option. On the other hand, flavored yogurts can have a high sugar content, with some brands having as much as 30 grams of sugar in a single serving. This is the same as eating 7 teaspoons worth of sugar. It is recommended that you choose yogurt that is unsweetened and plain instead of adding fresh fruit to sweeten it artificially. Cereals. Many people choose cereal as their first course of the day when they eat breakfast. On the other hand, certain cereals have an excessive amount of sugar, with some having as much as 20 grams of sugar in a single serving. Before making a purchase of cereal, one should make sure to thoroughly examine both the nutrition label and the list of ingredients. Choose cereals that are high in fiber and contain a relatively small amount of sugar. Granola bars. Granola bars are frequently marketed as a nutritious alternative to other snack options. However, some granola bars have very high levels of sugar. In fact, some of them have as much as 12 grams of sugar in a single bar. Granola bars that are low in sugar and that include whole grains and nuts are recommended as a good choice because of the additional nutrition they provide. Sports drinks. Some sports drinks contain as much as 21 grams of sugar in a single serving, making them a potential source of excessive sugar consumption. It is recommended that you drink water or an electrolyte drink that is low in sugar as your beverage of choice. Fruit juices. Due to the fact that fruit juices contain natural sugar, they are frequently considered to be a healthy beverage option. On the other hand, the sugar content of certain fruit juices can be quite high, with some varieties containing as much as 36 grams of sugar in a single serving. Instead of drinking fruit juice, it is recommended that you consume fresh fruits in their whole form or that you dilute fruit juice with water. Salad dressings. Salad dressings have the ability to impart flavor to salads, but they also have the potential to impart sugar. It is possible for certain salad dressings to have as much as 7 grams of sugar per serving. To reduce the amount of sugar in your diet, it is recommended that you make your own salad dressings at home with natural ingredients, or that you use olive oil and vinegar instead. Ketchup. Ketchup is a widely used condiment that is frequently eaten alongside burgers and French fries. On the other hand, ketchup can have a relatively high sugar content, with some brands containing as much as 4 grams of sugar per tablespoon. It is recommended that you choose ketchup with a low sugar content, or as a low sugar alternative, you can use salsa or mustard. BBQ sauce. Barbecue sauce is frequently used on grilled meats, either as a marinade or as a dipping sauce. On the other hand, barbecue sauce can have a lot of sugar. In fact, some brands contain as much as 9 grams of sugar per tablespoon. It is recommended that you make your own barbecue sauce with natural ingredients or that you use dry rubs as an alternative to reduce the amount of sugar in your meal. Baked beans. Baked beans are a common side dish that can be found on the tables of many people who attend potlucks and barbecues. On the other hand, baked beans often have a high sugar content, with some varieties having as much as 12 grams of sugar in a single serving. It is recommended that you make your own baked beans at home using natural ingredients, and as an alternative to baked beans that is lower in sugar, you can use black beans. Energy bars. Energy bars are frequently marketed as a convenient way to deliver a burst of energy during strenuous activity as well as an alternative snack option. On the other hand, some energy bars can have a relatively high amount of sugar content, with some having as much as 22 grams of sugar in a single bar. It is recommended that consumers go for energy bars that have a reduced amount of sugar and are made with natural ingredients like nuts, seeds, and dried fruits. The negative effects of consuming too much sugar. Having an unhealthy amount of sugar in one's diet can have a negative impact on one's health. Consuming an excessive amount of sugar can put a person at risk for developing health problems such as obesity, type 2 diabetes, and cardiovascular disease. A diet that is high in sugar can also increase a person's risk of developing certain cancers, including breast and colon cancer. Tooth decay is another potential side effect of consuming a lot of sugar. In addition, consuming an excessive amount of sugar can lead to an increased risk of developing non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, which is a condition in which fat builds up in the liver. This risk can be increased by eating an excessive amount of sugar. Studies on sugar consumption. The impact that consuming sugar has on one's general health has been the subject of investigation in a number of different studies. Participants in a study that was published in the Journal of the American Medical Association had a higher risk of dying from cardiovascular disease if they consumed large quantities of added sugar, according to the findings of that study. According to the findings of another study that was published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, consuming a high amount of sugar was associated with an increased likelihood of developing type 2 diabetes. Conclusion. Although it is common knowledge that certain foods have a high sugar content, many people are unaware of the existence of other foods that also have a high sugar content. Consuming an excessive amount of sugar can result in a variety of adverse health effects, including increased risk of obesity, diabetes type 2, and cardiovascular disease. Before making a purchase of food items, it is essential to check the nutrition label and the list of ingredients, and whenever possible, one should go for options that contain less sugar. Individuals are able to make educated decisions regarding their diet as well as their health as a whole when they are aware of the amount of sugar that is contained in commonly consumed foods. Did you learn something new about surprising sources of hidden sugar from this video? Please let me know in the comments section.